Welcome to the Basil P. Caloyeras Center for Modern Greek Studies at Loyola Marymount University. My name is Christina Bogdanou, and I am the director of the center. On behalf of the center and the university, it is a great honor to welcome Mrs. Gianna Angelopoulos-Daskalaki to the annual Zoe Caloyera Distinguished Lecture. The signature lecture series brings to LMU outstanding individuals in the fields of art, culture, science, and public life, relevant to the ongoing work of the Caloyeras Center. It is made possible through the generous support and commitment of Nasreen, Babu-Khan, and Howard Lehroff to Hellenic Studies and to Southern California Greek American community. 2021 is a very special year indeed. Despite the challenges and losses of the pandemic, 2021 has been a year of pride for Greece and the Greek people at home and around the globe, as it marks the 200-year anniversary of the Greek Revolution and independence. During 2021, the Caloyeras Center has been commemorating the journey of the past 200 years of Greece as a modern state and the people who have made their mark along the way. I cannot think of a more fitting occasion to welcome to the Caloyeras Center and the university Gianna Angelopoulos-Daskalaki, Ambassador at Large of the Hellenic State and the President of the Greece 2022 Committee, charged by the Greek government to organize the bicentennial celebrations. The Caloyeras Center has the honor today, even if it is virtually, to present Gianna Angelopoulos-Daskalaki with a leadership award for her lifelong commitment and many contributions to public life, education, and philanthropy, as well as her tireless promotion of Hellenic values and ideals in Greece and abroad. We're equally honored to welcome back to the Caloyeras Center Her Excellency, the Ambassador of the Hellenic Republic to the US, Alexandra Papadopoulou, and of course Nasreen Babu-Khan, whose family has been a pillar of the Greek American community for generations and a major supporter of Hellenism through the work of the Caloyeras Center at LMU. I would like to introduce the Dean of the Bellarmine College of Liberal Arts, Robin Crabtree, who would like to welcome our honoree and guests.
Thank you so much. I am delighted to be here with you all to represent President Tim Snyder, Provost Thomas Poon, and others in the administration of Loyola Marymount University as the Dean of the Bellarmine College of Liberal Arts here at LMU, which is also the host to our Caloyeras Center for Modern Greek Studies. This annual event is one of the highlights of the center's offerings. It is a special honor to meet and welcome with us the Greek ambassador and the event's honoree, Gianna Angelopoulos-Daskalaki, whose work and reputation enhance the distinguished nature of this event tremendously. And we have to acknowledge also enhance the visibility of our Caloyeras Center, especially in this auspicious year, this anniversary for the modern Greek state, and also in a year that has given us so many challenges. We have a wide community of supporters here who I also want to welcome and affirm all of the ways that the generosity of our supporters has increased the scope and impact for the Caloyeras Center here at LMU, across Los Angeles, and well beyond. At LMU, we're so grateful for the partnerships that we have with the Greek and Greek American communities, and to have a kind of a multinational nature to those partnerships. I'm always delighted to acknowledge Nasreen Babu-Khan, Caloyera's family member, a close friend to LMU, and supporter, and advisor, guide for all of our events and activities related to modern Greek studies. And what an honor to welcome and congratulate Alexandra Papadopoulou. Oh, I'm not practiced. As we recognize her leadership, her commitment to public life and service, which are really core LMU values. And you are such a role model for our students who are future leaders with a global imagination. So thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you, Dean Crabtree. I would like the Ambassador, Alexandra Papadopoulou, to say a few words.
Thank you, Ms. Bogdanou, and thank you, Dr. Crabtree, for your kind words. Good day to everyone, and thank you for including me in this special event of the Caloyeras Center for Modern Greek Studies. It is heartwarming to see the younger generations of the Caloyeras family continue the work of the Caloyeras Center with the same vision and foresight as their founding ancestors. And thank you, Nasreen, Babu-Khan, for being with us today. Centers such as the Caloyeras Center for Modern Greek Studies perform invaluable work, highlighting, promoting, and sharing Greek history and culture, not only with those of Greek heritage, but also to the broader world. The Zoe Caloyera Distinguished Lecture Series and Leadership Awards especially showcase the contributions of individuals in the fields of art, science, and public life. Greeks have historically placed great value on public life and service, a tradition that is honored by those of Greek heritage around the world. Today's honoree, Gianna Angelopoulos-Daskalaki, an ambassador at large for Greece, exemplifies this commitment to public service. As most of you know, she served as president of the Athens Organizing Committee for the hugely successful 2004 Olympic Games. This year, she leads the commemoration of the 200th anniversary of the Greek Revolution that ended with Greece becoming a free and sovereign state. She is a woman of courage and determination, devoted to her family and to the causes she champions. A successful businesswoman, a proud mother and grandmother who puts her heart and soul to whatever project she undertakes. I'm honored today to be participating in this event that recognizes her contributions. And Dr. Christina Bogdanou, director of the center, thank you for asking me to add my thoughts to this special occasion. I wish you all the best for this event and a long, bright future for the Caloyeras Center.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you for coming to our event today. We're looking forward to welcome you on campus soon. Nasreen Babu-Khan, the founder of the annual Zoe Caloyera Distinguished Lecture, will present our honoree and the award.
Thank you so much, Madam Ambassador, Dean Crabtree, Dr. Bogdanou, dear friends of the Basil P. Caloyeras Center for Modern Greek Studies at Loyola Marymount University, and our distinguished guest, Mrs. Angelopoulos. Welcome, kalos ήρθατε. I created the Zoe Caloyera Lectureship to pay homage to my grandmother. The lectureship is dedicated to bringing outstanding individuals to the university in the fields of the arts, culture, science, and public service. My grandmother inspired me as a child with her kindness, her keen mind, her proficiency in languages, and her selfless devotion to her family. She was a trailblazer in her own right. In the early 1900s, she was one of the first women to work in the National Bank of Greece. There she met my grandfather. She became a mother, grandmother, and even a great-grandmother. The rest is our family history. It is in honor of my grandmother that I would like to introduce to you and tell you a little bit about our distinguished and esteemed speaker, Gianna Angelopoulos-Daskalaki, lawyer, former parliamentarian, ambassador at large of the Greek state, and best-selling author. In 1986, Ambassador Angelopoulos was elected to the Athens Municipal Council. In 1989, she was elected to the Greek Parliament and won re-election the following year. Following her marriage to Theodore Angelopoulos, Jana resigned her seat in the parliament to focus on family and business. In 1996, Kostas Simitis, the Prime Minister of Greece at the time, appointed her to lead the country's successful campaign to host the 2004 Olympic Games. In 2000, when slow progress and gridlock bureaucracy put Athens in danger of losing the Games, she was asked to assume the presidency of Athens' 2004 Organizing Committee and save the project. Her memoir, My Greek Drama, was published by Greenleaf Book Group in May 2013 and became a top 10 New York Times and Wall Street Journal bestseller. At Harvard, Mrs. Angelopoulos has served as vice chairman of the Dean's Council of Harvard's Kennedy School of Government, HKS, since 1994, and now also serves as a member of the advisory board of the Center for Business and Government. In 2011, she established the Angelopoulos Global Public Leaders Program at the HKS to bring distinguished leaders to Harvard in order to interact with students, share lessons learned, and reflect upon the next phase of their public service. Mrs. Angelopoulos is the founder and sponsor of the Angelopoulos Clinton Global Initiative University Fellowship Program. 100 young Greek entrepreneurs have benefited, and she is a leading philanthropist for projects in Greece and around the globe. In 2019, Greece's Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, appointed her as president of the Greece 2021 Committee for the celebrations of the 200 years since the Greek Revolution and the birth of the modern Greek state. Mrs. Angelopoulos, it is with great appreciation and acknowledgement of your leadership, your achievements, your contributions to promoting Hellenism, both in Greece and abroad, that I present you with the Zurich Caloyera Leadership Award on this 200th anniversary of Greece's independence. Συγχαρητήρια, congratulations και ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Dear Director Dr. Bogdanou, dear Dean Dr. Crabtree, dear Ambassador Papadopoulou, αγαπητή Alexandra, dear members of the academic community of the Loyola Marymount University, dear members of the Greek community, friends in California, all around the world, thank you for welcoming me today as the principal speaker of the Zoe Caloyeras Distinguished Lecture, organized by the Caloyeras Center for Modern Greek Studies, an acclaimed academic center dedicated to Greek studies that has organized a series of exciting events this year to commemorate the landmark bicentennial of the Greek Revolution. An organization that through its activities keeps communication channels open between the Greek-American diaspora and Greece, and promotes Greek culture in the dynamic environment of Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles. I'm honored and delighted to have the opportunity to address your students and guests and talk about the work of the Greece 2021 National Committee, and also about the challenges of women leadership and achievements. Let's start with our committee. 2021 is a symbolic year for all Greek women and men, and it marks 200 years after the revolution and the struggle that paved the way for the creation of the modern Greek state. Equally, it marks 2 centuries of modern Greece, 2 centuries of a course that transformed the country into a modern, democratic state, an integral part of Europe. This landmark anniversary provides us with the opportunity to honor the revolution and the 200-year journey and the people who left their mark on it. At the same time, it is an opportunity to reflect on the challenges of our future and the steps we will take in addressing them. It is a fact that in these 200 years, the country achieved many goals, moved forward, prospered. At the same time, though, mistakes were made that led to setbacks or even tragedies, and inflicted wounds that we're still trying to heal. On the occasion of anniversary, we must leave behind the impediments that held us back and instead highlight the circumstances that pushed us forward and let them become our guide into the 3rd century of the Greek state. To achieve this objective, to fulfill the mission entrusted to us by the Greek government, we, in the Greece 2021 Committee, made 3 core choices to achieve a successful and efficient planning and coordination of the projects and events for the anniversary's celebration. First, trusting the society. Instead of entrusting the preparation of a commemorative program to a group of so-called experts, we invited the Greek society worldwide to submit proposals on how each one of us wants to honor the bicentennial, and in doing so, assume an active role in its sharing. I have to tell you, the results were impressive. Local governments, organizations, institutions, universities, museums, private citizens submitted a total of 1,827 proposals for commemorative projects and events. Secondly, thanks God, we showed the geographical and chronological dispersion of the commemorative projects and events throughout the entire anniversary year and in as many parts of Greece and the world as possible. Thus, we succeeded in having 386 proposals from city authorities, municipalities, and around the world. I must say we must have 319 proposals from institutions of the Greek diaspora, Greek authorities abroad, from 46 countries in all continents. In 46 countries, Greeks live and prosper. Thirdly, we aimed for the anniversary events to focus towards the future, not only the past. Projects and events that honor the revolution, highlight the history of the Greek state during these 200 years, are implemented now and will continue to be implemented. There will also be celebrations, of course, and festive events depending on the gradual relaxing of the pandemic restrictions, but we have planned them. However, the anniversary provided us with the unique opportunity to look at the next day, to leave a legacy for the future. It is precisely why many of the planned projects aspire to open a window into the future and leave a kind of footprint of development on local Greek communities. These proposals address projects on infrastructure, digitization, sustainable development, urban mobility, alternative tourism, educational, professional training activities, and more, much more. Additionally, two of the projects organized by the committee itself move independently in the same direction. Number one, it is the International Forum Greece in 2040. Why 2040? Because it will enable the creation of a helpful compass as a guide for the opportunities and the challenges the country will face in the coming decades. And number two, the establishment for the first time of the Institute of Artificial Intelligence and Algorithms, which will register Greece firmly in the map of global innovation by offering a new generation of scientists, of talented people, the opportunity to acquire knowledge and training in Greece, within Greece, and not to be compelled to leave the country. So it is important that many more projects, which are held under the auspices or with the committee's logo, address the new generation in the fields of education and research, paving the way for more involvement of young women and men in the society. At this point, allow me to make a personal comment. Supporting the new generation, providing opportunities to talented students, to young professionals is an area in which I don't have an expertise, but I personally have taken many initiatives through the financial support of university chairs, programs in prestigious institutions such as the School of Public Health and International Development at Harvard University and Kennedy School of Government, or the Clinton Global Initiative scholarships, and lately the Gianna Angelopoulos Program for Science, Technology and Innovation, GAPSTI, as we name it, at Cambridge University. Also the latter, GAPSTI, is commemorating the bicentennial with an event included in the official program, the official calendar of the committee. So these initiatives are specifically addressed to young women and men, offering them the right conditions to deploy their skills and talents. As you may know, the Greece 2021 committee does not receive any state funding. Since the beginning of this project, we felt that the state budget should not be burdened after a 10-year financial crisis that brought the country to its limits. And this decision was taken even before the pandemic. All our funds come from private donations, sponsorships, and our numismatic program, which is available worldwide through the committee's e-shop. You order and it comes at your door. It consists of a very rare collection of 14 collector coins, 14 unique keepsakes of the anniversary that allow us to preserve this landmark year in our memory, something that we'll keep in our hands and in our heart. The program includes also 2 bimetallic coins depicting the Greek state's first 2 coins, the phoenix and the drachma, 8 silver coins depicting the gradual expansions of the Greek state, and it has emblematic personalities of the 200 years, and 4 gold coins depicting the characteristic flags, the evolution of the Greek flag throughout these years. Purchasing of these unique keepsakes carries great sentimental and commemorative value, and also, most important for us, contributes to the implementation of projects, events that in return will enrich our development and growth heritage. One of the main goals we set for the bicentennial celebration was to reinforce our bonds with the Greek diaspora, this valuable capital of our country, living outside its borders and excelling in all areas everybody can imagine of the social spectrum: politics, business, culture, sports, arts, science, and humanities. Given the opportunity of the anniversary, we sought to strengthen these ties by opening bridges of communication, by giving the diaspora Greeks the opportunity to be actively involved in the anniversary and propose projects and events, and at the same time to give them a good reason to reconnect with the history and characteristics of their place and origin, and contribute to Greece's reintroduction to the international community. In America, particularly, now 7 projects covering a wide range of interests and under the committee's auspices have already been implemented or they are underway. Among them, indicatively, webinars in Boston, where distinguished Greek scientists and academics present the research work on innovation, genetics, artificial intelligence, investigation and documentation of the descendants of the Greek Revolution living in Western Pennsylvania, for example, events in the field of visual and applied arts which highlight the role of women in the Greek and Haitian Revolution, as well as the Conference on the Revolution with the participation of many prestigious California universities. In this challenging and exciting mission we have undertaken to commemorate Greece's bicentennial, we drew as a committee much of the valuable experience of organizing the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004. It's true that the Games have been recorded in the mind of the vast majority of Greeks as a brilliant moment in the country's recent history. Now, during the recent visits, the numerous visits we held as the Greece 2021 committee throughout Greece, we met people, hundreds of people, who expressed the pride they felt at the time when Greece was shining bright and evoked general admiration. And the fact that they were successful in this mission resulted from the dedicated, systematic effort, teamwork always, a commitment to the goal. And this, in my opinion, is the most valuable legacy the Games left to the country. Indeed, the obvious benefits were the modern infrastructure, the significant know-how, the substantial number of skilled executives who emerged and excelled in multiple fields of the society, within Greece and outside of Greece. But mainly, organizing the Games made us realize and confirm that we can accomplish difficult tasks with systematic, targeted, and hard work, always. Today, we follow the same path in our effort to honor and celebrate this anniversary. Additionally, and more importantly, one more thing, the volunteer movement, the seeds of which were sown during the Olympics, left an everlasting mark on Greek society. This is apparent today in the committee's work, as we have observed a considerable volunteer interest, and society played a leading role then, and it does the same today. In closing, I would like to say a few words to the young women, gentlemen, since the annual Zoe Caloyeras Distinguished Lecture and the Achievement Award I have the honor to receive today. This one, thank you, is dedicated to them, like the Oscars. Thank you, thank you. I thank everybody. The Greek Revolution would not be the same without women. The course of the modern Greek state would not be the same without the women who left their mark. They fought bravely, paid a heavy social and personal price in order to break glass ceilings, eliminate stereotypes, and prove their worth. Today, more women excel in leading positions than in previous decades. This is a fact. Surely, there is a long way to go. Always there will be a long way to go. But I think that only by promoting and highlighting the role of women at defining moments in history, by breaking established patterns with our action, we support and empower modern women, and especially young girls, to claim a more active role in their lives, in their profession, public arenas. So what I would like to say to all the young women listening to us today, is not hesitate. Do not hesitate to claim what they wish to achieve and set the bar high, according to the personal standards and limitations, since every person has different dreams, and this is a fact. To define their lives themselves, not let the perceptions of a long gone era define them for them. Moreover, I remember I have in mind one poem. Let's say, keep in mind, as I was saying to my kids, William Hanley's famous poem Invictus, which Nelson Mandela was reading during his prison term. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. In closing, I want to express how moved I am to be the recipient of this significant leadership award the Basil P. Caloyeras Center for Modern Greek Studies has decided to bestow on me. I am also grateful to Dr. Babu-Khan, MD, who was very kind to present it to me earlier. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations to Mrs. Gianna Angelopoulos-Daskalaki on behalf of the center, the university, our community, our students. The Caloyeras Center is honored to have welcomed you to LMU. As we're closing our ceremony for today, I would like again to thank PC leading Robin Crabtree, Her Excellency, the Ambassador Alexander Papadopoulou for joining us today. And of course, our deep appreciation for Nasreen, Babu-Khan, Howard Lehroff, and the Caloyeras family for their support over the years. Thank you to everyone who has joined us, and I hope we will see you soon on our campus.